Aloha everybody, Kevin from Ocean Janitors, putting in the work. We're back at it again. We're out here in this beautiful site. Thought we'd bring you this great video, another banger. Here we go. Let's see what this day has to offer. We went out and we want to show you this really awesome spot. It's an eel garden. If you've never seen it, it just looks like a bunch of eels or a bunch of worms, like all the way out there. And unfortunately, you guys can't see it, but we wanted to show you guys this spot. We're about 90 feet down. It's such an epic place to dive. And I wish you could see all those little eels. But what happens is when you swim up on them, they all duck out, man. They just like go down and they hide. But I definitely wanted to show you guys this amazing spot. Here's some beautiful tropical fish. We always try to throw those in there. And you say, hey, why do you throw so many tropical fish in there? It's because there's a lot of times people don't get to see these all the time. It's not something that everyone gets to do. So we want to throw these in there so people can see what we get to see. And here we come upon a really awesome coral. You're going to see one of the most amazing, beautiful coral heads right here. Check this out, man. Little fish enjoying their time, just hanging out. That's what coral is supposed to look like. That is epic. And here we go. Let's go see what we can find over here. Got my flashlight out. Gonna see what we got. Oh, check that out. A clam. Wow. How cool is that? Little clam. And then what do we find? A cave with a bunch of fish in it. Wow, that makes me hungry. What else are we going to find in this cave? You never know. What is that? Oh my gosh, it's a lobster. What? Now that really makes me hungry. Wow. That thing was so cool. One of the biggest ones I've seen. More tropical fish. And this spot is so cool right here. You know, sometimes I just imagine that being completely empty of water and how that would be. And just think about that. That would be a really difficult hike going up that little mountain right there. I probably wouldn't want to do it. But hey, I'll swim up it. Yes. And here's a cave. Another very large cave. I've actually dove in this spot before and seen hammerheads and white-tipped sharks swimming around, and it's pretty cool. They weren't here this day, but we got a lot of tropical fish, though. This is about 60 feet down, so if you're thinking about going to this spot and getting you some fish, well, it's a little deep. I'm sure some of my friends right now are getting pretty hungry because, you know, this looks like a buffet right here. A buffet of nice, beautiful tropical fish. Oh my gosh. Makes me want to go eat some. Yes, sir. That is a lot of fish. Absolutely beautiful. Let's go see what we can find over here. What? Another lobster. Now Regina was finding these this day. She was like a lobster magnet. We videotaped this right here because this is just such awesome topography. The lava creates this underwater, and the only way I can explain this is it looks like Cubert. I don't know if you guys remember that. It's probably aging me, but Cubert was a game in the 90s that we used to play, and it was pretty cool, but this wall right here reminds me of that. So anyways, it's pretty awesome. And here we go, we find a crown of thorns. We used our cut up method because we were pretty far out. There's no way we were going to be able to carry it back, but we wanted to make sure that it was taken care of so it didn't kill any more coral. So we got rid of that guy. Sorry, dude. Swimming through this other cave and epic archway. Just an awesome spot. Super cool. And as I swam through there, I swam right by this. Swam right by this lobster. I didn't even see it, but Regina saw it. What's going to happen? She gets pretty close to it, and then she freaks out like it's going to come out and get her. She's like, I'm out of here, man. But those things don't even have claws. There's nothing to be afraid of. So here we go. Some more tropical fish. You never know what you're going to find. And here's some dead coral. Crown of thorns got there. Killed that beautiful coral. Now check this out. See what I got in my hand there? It's a rock. Well, why do I got a rock in my hand? Well, because I was running out of air and I was starting to float up. And we had to go get these other crowns that we saw. We weren't going to leave those guys in there. We can see the white coral. They've been just munching. So this wasn't too far to swim them out. But I sped it up for you guys because I didn't want you to have to be bored to death. But this was probably a 5 to 6 minute swim. And if you can see all of that dead coral, all that white coral, we got one more. We're going to stack these babies up and get them out of there. You're going to see how big this thing is. Look at that. Look at that. Kind of like I got a sword with no sword, just a handle. And I go down over this rock and just hit it, kind of poke it in there to try to keep it on. Man, you probably think I'm a fast swimmer there, yeah? Nah, just trying to save you some time. And these guys started sucking on my hand, trying to crawl out of there, crawl up my arm. So I was having to use 2 knives to try to keep these guys where they're supposed to be, right on the tip top of my knife. All right. Hold on, hold on. Don't let them fall off. We got it. Just wait till you guys see what happens at the end, though. This was kind of crazy. This is a good example. Sometimes I like to give a good example of what to do. Sometimes I give a good example of what not to do. So in just a few minutes, you're going to see some of what not to do. I'm glad I can be your guinea pig. All right, we're getting close to the exit point. Now the idea is to get these guys out safely. Definitely don't want them getting you on the exit point. So I'm coming up on this exit point. I'm having a problem because I got fins on. I can't stand up. And I got to get these things up on the shore. So what do I think I'm going to do is throw them. Yeah, that was real smart. They fall right back in the water. And if you can tell right there, I'm kind of freaking out like, oh crap. These things are going to come right back. I don't even know where they are. I can't even see it. So I get out of there. And there it is. There's one of them. But where's the other one? This was not a good situation. This was not a safe situation at all. And so I take my fins off and I'm looking around trying to find it. And even though I found the first one, I did not know where that second one was at. I had no idea. So I was trying to make sure I didn't step on it or hits me in the leg or whatever. So I get rid of the other one. And what's funny about the other one that I got to find is my knife is still in it. So I'm like, I got to get my stinking knife back. I'm not going to leave my knife down there. And then he wound up going in between these rocks. I found him in between these rocks. And so that's where I was able to get him out, which wasn't too easy because he had burrowed himself back down up underneath there, but we're not going to let him get away that easy. There we go. We got him. Whew, that was a little worrisome. That could have very easily rolled back and got me. And you say, well, how would you have done it different? I probably would have just stabbed it right into the ground and just held it there until I got my fins off and then got him out. But hey, you live and learn. No one got hurt. That's the main part. That's the main thing. So there they are up on the shore, out of the water, not killing coral. That's a good day right there. And hats off to Regina, because after we got out of the water, she went back out there to show you guys one more awesome shot of that dead coral, to let you know why we do what we do, why we get those stinking things out of the water, because we don't want that right there. Carnage, complete carnage. So hats off to her for going back out there one more time to get you guys these beautiful shots. So if you like them, say, hey, Regina, thanks a lot in the comments, and we appreciate that so much. Hope you guys have a great week. God bless. Aloha. You guys take care. Yessah.